Hi, hello. Welcome to
Hi,
the first
hello.
game in
Welcome
Valentine's
Hi,
Extra
hello.
Life
Welcome
Marathon this
Hi,
weekend.
hello.
Um,
Marathon
I
this
am
weekend.
your host, Eva. Arguably,
Yeah. Hi.
yeah,
Hello. We're
Hi.
here. We're doing this stuff.
yeah,
Hello.
Hi.
We're here. We're doing this stuff.
yeah.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
We're here.
Hi.
We're here. We're doing this stuff.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
We're here.
Hi.
We're here. We're
Okay,
doing
am
this
I
stuff.
good?
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
We're here.
Hi.
We're
Okay,
doing this
am I
stuff.
good?
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
We're
Okay.
here.
Yeah,
Hello.
Begin
Hi,
again.
hello.
yeah,
Hi.
Hello.
Begin
Hi,
again.
hello.
yeah,
Hi.
yeah,
Whipping.
Hello.
Begin
Hi,
again.
hi,
Again.
hello.
yeah,
Hi.
yeah,
Whipping.
Hello.
Begin
Hi,
again.
hi,
Again.
hello. Hi.
yeah,
Whipping.
yeah.
Hello.
Whipping.
Yeah, I am happy to do that, and pretty much anything else. Although I can't really do much else. Yeah, I am happy to do that. I can speak again and think this would be a great time for talking to your I have my pen very handy. I have not lost it again. If I set it down, it's all over. Excellent. Hi, hello, welcome back. We are very happy to be here today, raising money for Extra Life, on Valdrian's channel. I am your host, your GM, your jack of all trades, Eva Serrate. My pronouns are she, her. Today, as I said, we are raising money for Extra Life. They are a foundation coordinating fundraising for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. And they are amazing because 100% of donations like yours go to the hospitals in need. We have some fun incentives where you can help possibly hinder today's heist crew, which we will get into after my players introduce themselves. Anik, could you tell us who you are and who you are playing today?
I can certainly try. Hi, my name is Anik, and my pronouns are she, they. And today I am playing Greta or Greta, depending on where you live and how well you can pronounce certain words. And her pronouns are she, her, and she is the hotshot leader of this heist crew, who doesn't know the music that this heist is about and isn't sure she should care. And everything will go perfectly fine. Look, she's 23. She needs one last job to retire.
Yes, that's the dream, honestly. Terry.
Yeah, my name is Terry, he, him. I am playing DJ Julian, who is a party DJ. He's big on social media. Basically, all he does is mashups of Carly Rae Jepsen songs. So he is here because he knows everything about the musician that she's going to be doing a heist for.
I love the dichotomy. LD.
Hi everybody, I'm LD or Lady Dave.
Valdry BDE,
Today
Valdry
I am
Nat 20, Valdry Nat 20, Valdry Scream, Valdry Nat 20, Valdry Nat 20, Valdry BDE.
The charismatic grifter who is a fan of Carly Rae Jepsen and definitely not planning to like have any sort of like antagonistic relationship towards Greta at all. That's definitely not in the plans.
No, why would it? That'd be new and unusual.
It'd be so weird for us.
Baker, save me.
Hi, my name's Brandon. My name's Brandon. Wait.
You
Hi,
and your character.
My name's Baker, she, her. And I am playing Brandon, he, him. He loves to do Atlas stones, and his best lift is the deadlift, and he is the muscle of the group. And he knows Carly Rae Jepsen because his ex-girlfriend was like totally into her, but she broke his heart, so he's trying to play it cool.
I got the immediate impression that Brandon actually like knew Carly Rae Jepsen for a second, and I was like, wow, forgot this part of the backstory. Today we are playing Lasers and Feelings, but a special kind of side version called Boy Problems, which is by boyproblems.ca. You can find them and other Carly Rae Jepsen TTRPGs there. So I see that some of you are already donating to help the crew. Thank you for that. Because the more help they get, the more problems I get to give them, boy or otherwise. You can, of course, just donate any random amount for the heck of it, for the fun of it, for the children. But specifically, for a $10 donation, you can give the players a plus or minus 1 to a roll, whichever helps them more. $20, they get an advantage on 1 die. They can re-roll it. $35, all the players get a plus or minus 1. $50, which I believe someone also already donated. The crew gets a bonus. They get a little helpful something to be determined as the game progresses. $60 gives them a roadblock. Not a literal, but like a little hiccup in the plan. Someone opening a door at the wrong time or something. We'll see. For $100, this is my favorite. All of the crew gets an advantage on one of their dice, and they get a small bonus. The crew as a whole gets a small bonus. So, LD, I believe Aphrodite is already starting with an plus or minus 1.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Greta.
And
Evening the playing field here.
Anik has a floating bonus because I'm generous. And I don't remember why, but I remember promising that.
As I figured out what map you were reusing.
Oh yeah. Anyway, visit the Excalibur. It's fun. The year is 2046. Carly Rae Jepsen herself, Canadian pop idol, has been missing for 10 years. She and a small team boarded an airplane. Airplane took off. Never seen, heard from again. Completely disappeared. This has caused her to become a bit of a cult sensation. She is now just enshrined in, I mean, she already is, but even bigger in pop star iconography. She's now a conspiracy theory icon. There are posters, there are top 10 tattoo themes are Carly Rae Jepsen. You are probably all tangentially aware of her as a person, maybe looking at you, Greta.
Greta isn't convinced she was ever real. Like the conspiracy people.
Also a
I
good
think they made her
conspiracy
up.
theory. Yes.
Yeah. I don't think she's real.
You can fake anything, right? You have all been contacted via different means, perhaps a note in your gym locker or a text message on a phone nobody has the number to, or possibly even just a bulletin board posting. Who knows? Do they still have bulletin boards in 2046? Sure, they do. Why not? You've all been contacted by a at the moment mysterious figure just known as the Archivist, to meet at it's actually a pretty nice garage. It's in an industrial section of Las Vegas, but it is pretty nice industrial neighborhood. There's warehouses, some storage facilities, and you all have a keypad code to get in. You are meeting at noon on a Wednesday, perfectly normal time. And it is a miserably hot, I'm sorry to anyone who lives in Las Vegas, but you know it's true. Miserably hot June day. Over 100 degrees. Anik, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna say 36 degrees. That sounds significantly higher than I mean it, but feels about right. And
38.
38 degrees. I was so close. Pack it in, boys. It's all over for me. It is 2046. There are fancy holographic billboards. Virtual intelligence is a thing, not indistinguishable from humanity. It's what, 20 years in the future? It's cyberpunk, but it's also still Las Vegas. So there is the sheen of technology, but there's also still that like underbelly of extreme capitalism and glitz and glamour and spectacle. Except for here, because you are standing outside of a garage that just has a regular roll top door and a gray windowless regular door next to it with a keypad. How are we doing this? Who arrives early? It didn't say anything about, I mean, it gave you a time. It didn't stress being punctual, but as character choices, I'm interested in who arrives when. Okay, if no one's early, who arrives?
Sorry.
I think
It's fine.
Brandon would arrive early. He would get up, go to the gym in the morning, do that grind lifestyle, and then show up and kind of stand in the corner.
I was gonna say, I think Aphrodite shows up right on time, if maybe like 2 minutes late.
Okay.
And strolls in like she owns this place.
Nice.
Yeah, I had Julian like running down the street like 5 minutes late, because he got the message when he was doing a mashup of "I want you in my room and call me maybe."
Yeah.
So then he, just noticed that he got this notification to come to this meeting.
Greta's waiting nearby-ish to watch the other three go in because, she wants to be last. And then she does that swanning in, but with like iced coffees for everyone.
For everyone?
Absolutely. You're my crew.
Wow. Okay.
So cup holder, iced coffees for everyone, bagels.
The message is brief that you were given would have been brief. Just you're needed for a job. Small crew, 4 people. No names of the other crew members. So if any of you do know each other, I believe I stressed before, you don't need to, as long as you're willing to work together. This would be the first time that you would see who else is on the job. The code for the keypad is 2012. And it's just sitting there waiting to be punched.
I mean, after I finish handing out ice rings, just head nodding to everyone. I don't know if I've worked with everyone before, but considering that I've been in heists long enough to want a final job before I retire, I've at least heard of these people because you also know who's on others' crews. So I'm just like just sizing them up, and then I'll just punch in the code.
I don't
Shall we?
Oh, sure. You're DJ Julian, right?
I am, yeah.
Oh, I love your mashups. I think they're fantastic. I didn't know you did this kind of thing. This is very exciting.
Well, when CRJ's involved, you show up.
Totally. I get it. I'm also like a huge fan. I used to I took a bunch of classes about her in college. Just fascinating. Like her work as an artist and her creativity as a writer is just so inspiring, don't you think?
I mean, who's not a fan, right? I couldn't even fathom anybody not knowing who she is or being a fan of hers.
Seriously. And thank you for the coffee. I don't know how you got my order right, but it is spot on.
I just asked around.
Where'd you get the protein coffee? Like, this is delicious.
Oh, I added the protein powder myself. The ratio you have to be very careful about or get heart palpitations.
Oh, does it got some creatine mixed in? Yeah.
How did you make that sound like a
Anyway.
threat? Never mind. I don't want to know. Um,
Eva, you know I can make anything sound like a threat.
I should know that by now. The door pops open with an unexpected hiss, sort of like the pressure is stabilizing. And inside is an extremely colorfully lit hallway, brick going back probably 10 feet, 2.5 meters, before rounding it's like a test every time, before rounding a corner. And there is just a big old arrow at the end of the hallway, neon, pointing around the corner. And you can hear low music, which some of you might recognize as classic. Let's just get it out of the gate so we don't have to think about it again. Call Me Maybe.
There we go. I mean, like, it's a classic. It's like the original, like the one that put Carly Rae Jepsen on the map.
Cool, dude.
I feel like Greta might sprain her eyes from rolling them so much with this group, but a job's a job, so I'm just gonna head on out.
I should say that there is also a security camera at the end of the hall, with its little red light on, but that's
we'll do
probably
the
to be
camera
expected.
then. Yeah, exactly. Or whoever has to watch this.
Have any of you met this person that we're meeting before? Like, is this your first time working with them, or?
I imagine they're a fan.
But you haven't like met them, or have you?
No, I usually don't meet fans.
Personal safety is important.
Yeah, none of you would have met in person. There's a low chance that Julian might have heard of them if he's into like college level, like music history type, that sort of stuff. I say that yes, LD.
Thank you.
But you wouldn't know until like 30 seconds from now.
Okay.
Yep.
Is there air conditioning in here?
Yeah. It's not, oh yeah, like coming out of the Las Vegas heat, you do kind of walk into a wall of cold. It is the best feeling ever.
Just
yeah. And it eventually, like when it evens out, it's not going to be too cold. Like it's actually like really well managed. But yeah, it is a relief. Like you could easily just stand in this hallway forgetting about the outside world for who knows how long. We do only have like 3 hours, so if you could get down this hallway, that would be amazing.
Yeah, let's do it.
The rest of the game will just be in this hallway.
Watch Eva prepare all these maps, and it's just us chilling in a hallway for 3 hours.
Dogleg, please.
Just DJ Julian, Aphrodite, Greta, and Brandon debating whether or not Carly J. Repson ever existed. Just philosophical conspiracy bullshit. Make it a podcast, and we're done.
Yeah, of course I go down the hallway. There's an arrow that points away. I gotta follow the sign.
We gotta get this job going. Let's go. chugging the coffee.
Good Lord.
Brandon spreads his lats and walks behind everyone.
Just
What a
can I just
sentence.
I know we're getting down this hallway. Can I please be told what Brandon is wearing? Because if we're watching things flex in 100-degree heat, what is he wearing?
He is wearing a single leg compression sleeve with like shorts, but he does leg day because leg day is awesome. And then he's just wearing like, I think Venice Beach like technically counts as a shirt, but not a shirt. And then he's got like his pump cover, which is a giant sweatshirt, like like in his arms, but like just covers the man nipples and then open all the way to the side so you can see like his abs and his chest, and of course his lats when he does back poses.
Yeah, naturally. Perfect. Thank you. I needed that mental image.
Oh, I think we all did.
I am not describing someone who literally lives at my gym, by the way. Not at all.
Nope. It didn't feel personal at all.
Oh, Carly Rae Jepsen. No. That was very good. LD, you get whatever the equivalent of an inspiration is for that.
I was just typing what Anik said out loud.
Then I give that to Anik. It just opens into a garage-sized room, cement floor, very large pop art couches, like the like bright red lips, an exclamation point chair. There is neon on the walls. There are concert posters of Carly Rae Jepsen, but also other artists from across the years, some recent, some further back. There is one Motown group. There's a jukebox, a pool table. It is a very well-flavored rec room. And sitting in the exclamation point chair is a probably in their late 40s, early 50s person in a white pantsuit, pink dress shirt underneath, white hair up in a bun, and question Greta, do you have an iced coffee for her? Perfect.
With the little bit of hazelnut flavor that she likes.
Yes. Excellent. Welcome, all of you. Thank you so much for joining me. Please have a seat. I am Magna Hunt. You might know me as the archivist. Seeing probably little recognition there. There's a small furrow of their brow. I'm a media archivist. I collect music so that it doesn't get lost. I've published a few papers. I teach at
Sensing that
matter.
she wants recognition, I'm going to start applauding, like
Yeah,
I'm at a concert.
Oh, okay. That's thank you. Weirdly not patronizing, but also not helpful. I have brought you here because you are all known, well known, notorious, one might say, in your fields, for being able to acquire certain things.
Oh my God,
And
that's like so sweet.
I can't deny the facts. You all have specialized skills that I think will work very well together. And I would like to hire you for a job. I would like, assuming you're here because you're willing to listen, I would like you to steal the vault. No recognition. Okay, fine. Actually, some of you might recognize not Greta.
Greta's just thinking a vault is it like a locked room. How am I going to steal a room?
Yeah.
I'm good, but oof, planning.
I will say Aphrodite has like taken up like the comfiest looking chair in the room at this point and is like sort of sitting sideways in it and like cleaning her fingernails with a pocket knife.
It is shaped like a Highland cow.
Perfect.
And
I
it is
love
easily
that.
the most comfortable
Yeah.
chair ever.
Greta's walking around and doing that thing where she slurps on her straw at inappropriate moments.
Perfect. So for Julian and maybe Brandon, and maybe Aphrodite, I'm not sure. The vault is the rumored, it is well known in the Carly Rae Jepsen circles as the collection of unreleased songs. Carly just was a very active songwriter, created a lot of music, and just sort of sat on it, metaphorically speaking.
Wait, like the vault? Like the vault? I heard that was buried in her backyard.
It might have been. I haven't been able to trace the provenance, as it were, underground. But allegedly, my sources are confident that the opening of the new casino, you might have heard, is going to be displaying the vault. Not playing it, which is a particular
Feels like a crime.
It is. Thank you. Yes, that is my point exactly. The collage, the new casino, I think distastefully is having their grand opening this Friday. So that's 2 days. On the anniversary of her disappearance. And normally I would
Miss
think,
Hunt,
yes.
my soon-to-be crew members seem to be catching on a little quicker than I am. You'll have to forgive me. The vault, not a locked room. Who is she?
I apologize. Carly Rae Jepsen, we'll say famous musician, left a collection of unreleased songs which are stored on a mini disc.
Ghost stories. Gotcha.
It's not only a historical relic in terms of rarity, there's only the one collection, but also dangerous in that if anything were to happen to it, those songs would be lost. There are no copies. Finding a mini disc player, let alone something that could copy it at this point, is, well, it took me quite a while to track down old Betsy over there. And you see this like media unit that has like the CD-ROM and the VHS and the Betamax player, and like it's just a bank of, there's a Laserdisc player,
Greta's just looking to see if DJ Julian looks like he knows what the
Yeah.
fuck she's on about.
Yeah,
'Cause Greta,
as she
Greta's
mentioned,
23. She doesn't know what the fuck a mini disc is.
as she mentioned mini disc, Julian was typing up and just ordered overnight shipping a mini disc player, a mobile mini disc player from like the dark web.
Yeah, nice. It is supposed to be on display. There is a whole tribute to Carly Rae Jepsen kind of planned out over the weekend. Technically, I suppose the whole hotel is a tribute to her. I'm not here to pass judgment on whether that's tacky, classy, or in between. I have my opinions. They don't matter. What matters is that this is an opportunity for us, specifically you, to acquire this mini disc and bring it to me, where we can distribute this music. We can save it for posterity. The people should be able to hear Carly Rae Jepsen's lost music. At the very least, preserve it in case anything were to happen to the mini disc. This is the only time I and my contacts have been able to really figure that it will be in a location where it can be retrieved. It has sort of floated from unknown security, what do I want to say? Secure locations, actual like bank vault style places. It's been completely missing for at least 5 years. And I leave it to you if you think, because I am not, I am the money. I'm here to pay you to come up with the plan and steal the thing. So if you think getting into the hotel, by hotel I mean casino, before the grand opening is going to be the best route, more power to you. If you think the height of distraction when everyone is there at the grand opening, excellent. I will help you however I can. What do you need? Yes.
When you say the money, I
Yes.
can see the faces of my compatriots here, and I'm sure 2 of them will be doing this out of the kindness of their heart and their fanatical dedication to Miss Jepsen. Some of us, however, are here for actual payment. Is the expense account for during the heist excluded from our actual payment upon completion of the heist?
Oh, you're smart. I like that question.
Thank you, Brandon. I like your muscles.
No problem.
I can make allowances for separate stipends, yes.
Beautiful.
Tell me what you
and
need.
What would my stipend be?
Tell me what you need, and I will try to make it happen.
I'm sure she can afford it.
Can afford it and willing to afford it are 2 different things I've noticed in my employers.
It is very important not only to me but also to music history. So I do have funds available. You do have if it will help, I can also give you an advance, but full payment of, I would say, a number that would let any of you live comfortably for 10 years. Like, it's a ridiculous number.
Perfect.
But also, I
like,
can't calculate 2046 inflation. Never mind.
That is
like,
perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Greta's mainly like, Greta does not want to be dipping into her own bank account to get into a casino without looking poor and immediately getting picked up by security. Right?
Oh yeah, no.
We need an expense account. Is my
Yes.
point.
Yes.
Side eye to DJ Julian, who can walk in anywhere apparently and be famous. But some of us, Brandon, are gonna have to get a little bit dressed up.
I'll have you know I'm wearing Gymshark, which is the elite of gym wear. And I have
that's
no
true,
balls
actually.
on. And I
not-
have no balls. Like, acknowledge the shoes.
They're definitely shoes.
Quality gear, not quite appropriate for the casino floor, for a grand opening. Excuse me, but you will absolutely, no, please don't even worry about it. We will make sure you are outfitted for, whatever your plan is. If you're going to go in, of course you should look the part.
Out of character, I think we've lost LD because I was waiting for a snarky remark and then she didn't blink for 3 minutes.
Yeah, that will slow things down.
Huh.
I will say, logistically speaking,
well, it just insert snarky remark here and keep
yeah. Thank you, Surrogate LD. You will have yes, this ridiculous monetary reward waiting for you at the end. We will say logistically, you will have pretty much whatever outfit you know, if you want to come up with a plan that requires, like, you know, a dressy outfit, but then also like the slinky cat suit underneath, like, that's fine.
Obviously.
Obviously.
I'm just picturing a cutscene where we're taking Brandon shopping for like something nice and he insists on a white tuxedo or something nonsensical like that. And DJ Julian just encouraging him.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it is still somehow sleeveless, the tuxedo.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. Like, if you're not
Yes.
gonna let him get like a t-shirt that's just a tuxedo, he's gonna get like a white open jacket with like
no sleeves because
like,
DJ
deep
Julian took
V
your sleeves
cut of
away.
a Yeah.
Yeah, I
as,
hope that it's
deep
like a
V
white tuxedo
cut.
jacket, but it's cut as
Yeah.
still cut as a tank top. Just buttons
And like
somehow.
I love
as
it.
deep
Yes.
a V cut as you can get, and then no. He's wearing suit shorts. Like, yeah. And he's still like he is either wearing Jordans or he's wearing Nobles. Just like and if anyone argues with him, he's gonna be like, movement, man. I gotta be able to move.
That's legitimate.
Gotta be
You know,
gotta
that's
be
fair. We will
me
see
as a player, I'm rebelling
consequences.
against this, but I also don't think Vegas is actually a classy place, so whatever.
That is valid.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's something to be said for like a casino grand opening, with like exclusive invites, but also
Fucking Vegas.
and
It's the Carly Rae
It's-
Jepsen experience
people-
grand openings. She
and-
would want someone like this there.
absolutely, and
Totally
also
would.
like rich people always wear like, there's like
They're
the
eccentric.
classic rich, and then there's the like,
It's
New money.
the height of like Sato or Nouvelle Rich.
yeah, like
It's the fantasy of being wealthy versus actually being wealthy.
The
Yeah.
old money in me is rebelling against this, but I see where we're going.
yeah. So we can do a little, I will catch LD up when she returns.
Okay.
But
We'll quit stalling.
we'll do a quick like montage of shopping just for non-game breaking purposes. You will have your, I don't know if you did this during the introductions. LD is going to be your grifter. Do the rest of you, Anik, do you want to just say again what your role is?
I am the leader. which I have interpreted to mean that I myself have questionable skills, but I'm very good in utilizing the skills of others.
Perfect. Yes. Terry, what is Julian's role?
Yeah, in addition to being a DJ, he's also a hacker.
Perfect. Yes. And Baker, Brandon is, I probably don't need to say it, but what is Brandon's role?
Oh, I'm the muscle man.
Yeah, perfect. And you are all aware of your special like piece of gear?
I've already forgotten, but I'll look it up again.
Okay. Yeah,
I have a shock baton, which I've created a phrase to.
Don't you all
Oh,
have
for
a
me, it just
taser?
says, I remember now, item to look cool. And I picked sunglasses, the really reflective kind.
Yeah. Uh
The grifter
So-
would, by the way, I'm speaking for LD for the audience.
Yes.
The grifter gets a pocket knife, which may or may not be a laser.
And even I don't know if it's laser or not. That is going to be a
That is the good part.
secret tool that we will discover later. Magna will give you each an earpiece, which you can, it's just a little radio thing. I mean, you know what it is. For team to team member communication. The casino is spotty in terms of distance. I will not be on the casino grounds myself. There may be times on the upper floors near windows that you might be able to reach me. But for the most part, you're going to be on your own once you're in there. I will also provide a taser for you. So that is in addition to your stun baton, Brandon. It only has one use, so be judicious. But should you end up in a spot of trouble, well, that's your job. I'm just trying
Much obliged.
to plan for contingencies. No bloodshed, please.
Aww.
Well, a little bit of blood. No, nothing irreparable.
Technically, if you break someone's leg, it doesn't give blood.
That's a very valid point.
And do you count internal bleeding as blood?
No deaths or serious injuries, please.
Can we break people's hearts? Metaphorically.
No, we don't do that, man, because it hurts people, even if they do get gains in the gym.
I almost would find that fitting. Should
Brandon
you
need a hug?
No, man, I'm strong. I don't need a hug.
I'm gonna hug him.
Oh.
I'm so happy you're the one taking the hug.
I'm fine. I do love her anyway.
Is there, this is your chance. I mean, theoretically, you're going to have a small stipend for use in the casino if you are, you know, needing to blend in or whatever.
Maybe
if
I missed it in the chaos here. Where in the casino is this mini disc expected to be?
This is where we get to the dodgy map. So,
Beautiful.
as far as we can tell,
Yes, Brandon, you can go to the toilet without raising your hand.
No, that wasn't the question.
The mini disc will be held most likely in the casino actual vault on the lower basement level, which if I were to hand you a map would probably be marked with a large B.
Oh, that purple blob right there.
Yeah, otherwise it will be most likely it has been advertised as being on display uh on the main floor. I believe floor 1, marked with an A.
I'm not doing this with you again.
Well, I wrote it. The problem is I wrote floor 1 and floor 2 on 2 different floors. I'm sure it's floor 1. It's floor 2, isn't it? Balls.
Yeah, floor 2
It just
has
says
the A.
basement floor 2 and then floor 1, so I wasn't sure what the order was because on the map it's floor 1, floor 2, floor basement.
It
So
is
it's like,
weird. And I don't
is the
actually remember it being
casino
the
on the low, like, do we go lower level casino? Because that says floor 2, because otherwise it's castle
So-
walk level, lower level casino. I
Okay,
find this
so
map
it's
deeply
not-
confusing.
this is fair. So
In
first of all,
and out of character.
it's not an actual
both
castle.
of
Well,
us.
in real life, the Excalibur is an actual castle. In this world, the I did flip 2 of the floors. So floor 2 is the upper floor. I'm sorry, I just hit my mic. That has the A on it, and it's like the center of the show floor, right? The center of a casino floor, as it were.
Okay,
All
so
that
floor, so it's casino, castle walk,
mhm.
basement.
Yes, the castle walk level, floor 1, is kind of the entry level. This is not how it is in real life,
In
so
on floor
don't come at
2?
me. There's
In character and out of character. I have no idea what floor we're talking about.
they are labeled. I
How is
put
there both a
labels on
walkway
them.
and a tram station on
They
different
all
floors?
say 1.
Have you never
No,
been on
scroll
a tram
right,
station?
Scroll right, Baker.
Yeah, the floor names are on the
Scroll
right.
right.
Oh,
I knew I should have erased the like castle walk level. I did erase the Outback experience or whatever the anyway, it doesn't matter. The point is we are bickering for charity. This is fine. Yes, so the upper floor, the casino games level, in the center is like a plinth with a diamond shaped glass case with a like rotating stand with this mini disc player in it. Not
And
player,
for those
mini
of us who
disc.
speak English as a second language.
Yes.
Fuck is a plinth, because we use that word for something entirely different, I think.
I'm terrified to know what that is. It like a fancy stand.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yes, thank you.
Like a
I didn't even know that.
person-sized column. Like
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Um
We used it to assuage your fears. We used a word for like the little bit of extra wood you use to get your floor to connect nicely to your wall.
oh yeah. Yeah, I got you.
Big ass stand. With
Big ass stand.
probably lasers around it.
like a museum.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
And that is where it will be during the grand opening. All evidence, all information leads to it being in the basement, the lower level vault.
Perfect.
Until then. Yeah, I feel like this is sort of on brand. I apologize, Terry. What So you do have a small amount of like pocket money for being in the casino for, you know, if you need to like pop into a shop and get, I don't know, a souvenir magnet for some part of your plan, you can. Are there any supplies that you realistically might be able to talk me into before you embark on whatever plan you're going to enact?
Anik
Don't
in real life
appreciate your
said
sass on the
no,
word plan there.
but can Brandon have carbonated water and pre-workout?
Yes, I kind of feel like that's already in.
No, oh god. You don't know what it does to people.
Anik does, because I accidentally did it to myself the other day in the gym.
Oh no.
And I considered calling 911 for you, even though I'm in a different country.
I believe the
Um,
exact words were,
Okay.
my lungs hurt.
So we need the sleeveless tuxedo expensed.
Yes.
I'll need cool clothes, obviously. Plan wise, I'm just gonna turn to like the rest of the group at this point. What are we thinking? Are we thinking stealing it early, leaving behind a fake? Are we thinking waiting for the big moment and sneaking it in while it's in transit? I've done all of the above. What is your preference as a team? What do you like to do?
So the
Do you want
CRJ
to do
experience
the Irish cobbler?
is like a museum, right?
Yeah, it's like a interactive, it's like the Carly Rae Jepsen version of like the Titanic experience or whatever. It's like a walkthrough. There's like a recreation of like her childhood bedroom or
Oh,
her
AI anyway, so fake.
studio.
She was never jailed.
Like, so
and-
I feel like we have to break into that early and look around because that's necessary for part of the plan. We have to see it early before anyone else does.
yeah, you never know what might be helpful in there.
Such a thing as an inside check in this game. Is DJ Julian suggesting this because he wants to get in early or because he thinks it's helpful for the heist? Is this fandom or is this work?
I will say that there is a virtual.
Well, I don't trust you, Terry. I just don't trust you.
I'm gonna say virtual intelligence. It's limited. Of Carly Rae Jepsen herself in the like this is part of the advertisement. Both at the
They trained
experience.
Chat GPT on Carly Rae Jepsen.
Mostly inside the experience, but also other places. She just kind of pops up randomly in the casino. To kind of guide you through the experience and also answer questions, kind of like an interactive like those guides you get at museums.
Audio tours.
That, yes.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay. Okay. Pre-planning, covering some contingencies. I know I picked full emotion, but we've lost our grifter, so I'm also thinking in the grifting lifestyle a little bit. Do we need like a reasonable looking copy of said mini disc in case we want to do one of those switcheroos, but with something 3D printed instead of a hologram, because holograms are a little finicky when electricity is concerned, and 3D printed also always looks good. Do we know anyone with a 3D printer?
Dude,
Do we know
one of
anyone?
my friends is a cosplayer, and he totally 3D prints his fight. Anybody that wants to fight with me, half my friends in the gym are cosplayers.
There. I'm gonna assume DJ Julian can tell your friend what a mini disc looks like, because Greta still doesn't.
Yeah, for sure.
Are we thinking swap it out for a fake? Scout the area, swap it for a fake one at some point, profit.
Or just the world gets her songs and Profit's not a part of it. Yeah. Either one of
I
those
can
sounds
see
good.
that working out wonderfully for you, but I need to turn a profit.
Magna kind of steps and just don't worry, like everyone will be paid. I find that's a little more
Besides-
reliable than um
I'll like put a hand on DJ Julian's shoulder and go, besides, the world getting more AI songs is a metaphorical profit. Everyone profits in a non-financial sense from getting this music written by someone who may never have existed. Shall we?
Magna looks pained.
Yeah, Julian's
does
like
Greta.
trembling, like there's like anger boiling in his eyes.
Throbbing vein.
Nah, she existed. Otherwise, who wrote
My
the
point
songs?
is, it doesn't matter. I'm not here to piss in your cornflakes. I'm here to do the job.
The grand opening is pretty much all weekend. So if you are not, you can always break in ahead of time, but also you can take a brief day to scout it while it's open if you wanted.
We had 2
Um,
days, right? Because today's Wednesday. So I'm
Yes.
thinking scouting Thursday?
Yeah, and does it make sense that I would have had a show booked like as part of this, since this is my whole
Yes.
thing?
Yeah.
Otherwise, we can get you a show booked, I'm sure. You're famous.
And the stage is on the lower level, which is
The big orange thing that says stage.
yeah, and I it's stage, but it's also kind of like event hall. So like it could easily also be like dance floor plus DJ booth.
Do you usually, I'm sorry, do you usually perform in people's basements? Venues' basements?
It's the lower level. I just put basement to make it easier for like, because it's like the lowest level under. It's fine.
It has a Dairy Queen.
It does.
The best basements do.
It does. That like dark blue block is like
The one
Uh,
that clearly wasn't painted over with a round brush, even though it has square corners.
with my finger. Yeah. I was doing it on my phone. Okay.
I love you.
That's all like offices or what have you, non customer facing stuff. Like it looks pretty and has like fancy murals and stuff. But it's off
And-
limits to guests.
I have
The
a very serious question.
oh god.
Yes. Baker, how can I help you?
What I don't appreciate the looks on either of your faces. And two, is Carly Rae Jepsen the type of artist that would totally have like a silent dance party rather than an out loud one? I feel like silent would be more like a Carly Rae Jepsen thing. Or is that more Lana Del Rey?
Lana Del
feel
Rey
like
wouldn't have
Lana-
a dance party.
That's
Lana Del
valid.
Rey is sit in a corner and cry and cut your wrists parties.
I feel like I probably not opening weekend of casino dedicated to her.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just wondering because if there were a bunch of headphones around, it might come in handy.
Is that what a silent? Okay. Well, either way.
It's where people wear headphones and they go like, but nobody can hear anything because it's just in headphones.
Wow, you've learned something new every day. I'm gonna say no. And I apologize specifically to Carly Rae Jepsen if I'm wrong. But not to Lana Del Rey because I don't really care. Yeah. So
So I'm gonna ask you at least one more question about the map. I was going to say one more question about the map, but then I realized I might be
I
painting
already
myself into
regret
a
the map.
corner. Fair enough. No, but where is the actual goddamned entrance? Because there's shuttle bus drop-offs and there's walkway. Where is the actual
is
big
a
fucking entrance?
Las Vegas giant casino
I'm European. That says nothing to me.
So I apologize. There are no door entrances on the basement level, which is why I was calling it a basement, and why the map just calls it lower level. There is a fancy entrance, the rotunda on floor 2.
The one with the Starbucks? Your entrance is a Starbucks. I am judging this casino harshly.
There are 2 Starbucks, first of all. And second of all, they're next to the buffet and is another large fancy
There's also a Starbucks next to the food court. But at least that's a food court. Okay, so the rotunda is like if you're wearing your swanky clothes, you swan your way past the Starbucks and the sports area into the casino.
Well, there's probably a stage door somewhere too, right? Probably an elevator that in the back that goes to the stage.
Guest room elevators, but no. Oh, I see a front entrance labeled next to the tram station. Beautiful. I don't see any stage doors. I do see guest rooms.
I sent pictures.
You can't expect DJ Julian to take the front door. He'll get swarmed. Look at him. He's famous.
Yeah, and I mean, the map wouldn't mark the.
No, I misunderstood. I thought you were specifically asking for the giant fancy doors. As you said,
for all the doors, all of them.
Each of you get a plus or minus 1 to your rolls. To a roll of your choice, which I swear to God, we're going to start rolling soon. Thank you very much for that donation.
Thank you for
it. Will help.
The map we got from Miss Hunt doesn't give all the doors. Can DJ Julian hack into? I'm assuming Las Vegas is also a municipality or whatever. Can we get the blueprints?
You could pretty easily, although if DJ Julian is booked, they would also just give him
I would already know where things are.
Entrances.
You are also allowed to hack into the municipal whatever.
Look, I only know what I know from watching Ocean's 11. Okay, I'm trying here.
So there would be why?
So a lot of Vegas casinos have water, and those waters actually have service entrances. And if you're real careful, you can get over the fence.
Did you say waters?
Yeah, they have water around them, especially one that's shaped like a castle.
Yes, to be clear, I just jacked
Don't
the
ask
Excalibur
Baker how she knows.
map. This is not an actual castle. It is just
I may have
oddly shaped.
Someone very drunk jump over a fence at Excalibur once and get in the water.
I saved baby ducks from their moat.
I would prefer to make this a dry heist in the sense that I don't want to get wet, and not in the sense that I don't want to get drunk. Those are important distinctions to make, I feel.
So there is on the second floor, the casino level, however you want to view this, there is a security room to the north of the A. There is a private elevator that goes down through the buffet to the backstage area. There are also I tried to make this as plain as possible. There are obviously backstage areas, green rooms, lighting rooms and all that in the stage area. They are not marked. And there are service elevators, we'll say next to security also. So these non-guest elevators are basically between the buffet and the Carly Rae Jepsen Experience. I apologize to chat that this map is not visible, but it is also a disaster. So you're not.
It's not visible. It's also not helpful. So you're golden.
I know. I tried.
So just to clarify for our own like planning purposes, so like at a floor one, those orange stores in the middle, which like I'm sure could be whatever we want them to be, those would be under A, correct?
Which doors?
The stores.
Oh, yes. Yes, they are. Yes.
So that feels like something.
Yes.
If we could find like an office in the back of a store, we could maybe break up into the plinth.
If any of you had a passing relationship with retail at any point, I leave that to your personal character backstories. There would be like a connecting hallway,
Let's go.
back room area between all 5 of those stores. Like they back up into each other, but then there's like a middle area for
Offices and things like that.
yeah, and like staging deliveries and stuff so that like guests don't see, you know.
So there's a Lids,
There
and
is.
we all know that Lids has at least one gym bro working there.
That is
Make
pretty
an
reliable.
argument that Brandon goes to the same gym.
That is going to
Or at least know each other from like bodybuilding competitions.
so technically that's not like a risk, but I think that's gonna have to be a roll of some sort.
Okay.
I will say probably 2d6.
Okay.
Also, I like that I don't have that one specific thing pulled up.
I got 6 and 3. And I feel like this is emotions.
I think you were right. But also your number is 3, isn't it?
Yeah, but if it's emotions, aren't I trying to get above it?
You are, but if you get the exact number, you can ask me a question and I'll tell you a true answer.
Can I pass my question to someone else?
Just make it good.
If I will
I'm
read
not
from the
helping you with this
rules.
one.
I will read from the rules to give you an idea. Some good questions are, what are they really feeling? Which doesn't help you at all in this. Who's behind this? How could I get them to do whatever? You know, whatever you're looking to do.
How can I get them to do whatever?
So I guess what I would say is you do remember, like, as everything is like being talked through, you're like, hey, wait, last time I was at the gym, I remember Danny saying that like he had a new job at the Lids, at this new casino.
And he's been wanting me to train him on Atlas stones. And I could
Yes.
offer him a free session.
Yes. It is physically impossible for me to remember the name of the casino, even though I've written it down 14
Collage.
times, and it is a song title.
The collage.
Collage.
With a K for some fucking reason.
Um,
Probably the same reason AI portraits give people 6 fingers.
yeah, so Danny could be a resource. Danny might be at work right now. Only one way to find out.
I think it's probably training since it's going to be opening soon. So they're doing like some of that early training.
I mean, if you wanted to use him at all.
But the casino is like a known factor, and so are all the stores is just the Carly Rae Jepsen. The ladies' experience that's new.
The whole casino is new.
Everything
So-
is new, and they're using this as their. I thought they like Okay, so everything is new. The Starbucks
Everything
isn't
is
even in
new.
order yet. The buffet is mediocre. Okay, perfect.
Well, the
Uh,
buffet is probably going to be really good for at least the first week or so.
Exactly before
I
it
bet it has
dominates.
Canadian specific food.
Yes, yes.
Ooh.
Vegas.
I have heard good things about maple syrup.
Have you not had
I'm not
maple
gonna
syrup?
lie. Syrup, baked bacon is amazing.
Yes, Val. It's just a poutine buffet. It's just rows
Wait, they
and
have to
rows
have
of.
I'm out.
frozen maple syrup.
Oh yeah, I mean, obviously, like just vats of different.
Instead of ice, it's
Different
frozen
syrups.
maple
But-
syrup. You
No,
get that
but
for the drinks.
question
Magna
though,
is openly
because
weeping into their hands at this point.
oh, she should be. She absolutely should be. I mean, God only knows what our grifter is doing in that Highland cow chair over there. But for right now, when you say that the casino isn't open yet because it's opening with the experience,
It's not
how
open
are
to
we
the
going to go there
public.
to scout? Because we can't just
You are
hang.
heisters. That is part of whatever plan you would have to go. You could steal uniforms. You could bluff your way in.
I could load equipment
Um,
early for my
you could
show.
load equipment early. So Wednesday and Thursday, completely closed to the public. It opens, like the grand fancy opening is Friday at 3 p.m. because that's the time.
This is the dumbest time. Sure, yes, of course. You know what? I will. Can I, in addition to my grand opening outfit, get like a roadie outfit? I will be happy to pretend to be carrying DJ Julian's equipment.
I'm sure you could easily find something at any of the stores.
Like one of those masked lesbian overalls that are like
Yes.
somehow overalls but also still fitted, and I don't know how they do it.
I don't either, but you're here for it. I'm here for it. You
Yeah,
can
one of
find one of
those.
those, no problem. Yeah.
Okay, so fake set up early. Can DJ Julian, can you like demand a sound check Wednesday evening or something?
Yeah, that sounds doable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Julian, why
Like
don't
with your
you
vision.
roll for that? I'm gonna say 3d6.
Okay.
Because this is not your first rodeo. And you are trying to roll under swords?
So under 5, correct?
I thought you had a 4.
Right.
You're-
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
I rolled a 4.
4 or under, because 4 isn't bad.
Right.
Right?
And you can roll 3d6. So
Okay. Yeah, I have a 4.
okay, what are your other two numbers?
5 and 6.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you no part you make the call, you get a board sounding what would that be? Liaison, like
Event planner.
event rep who's like, yeah, sure, okay, weird, but whatever. And you can also ask a question if you'd like.
Yeah, can we also get into the Carly Rae Jepsen experience early because it's important for my set?
So because you've got an exact number, you can ask me, the GM, a question.
Okay.
But if
Okay.
you would like to exchange that for an early run through of the experience, sure.
At least 2 tickets, one for Aphrodite and myself.
Yeah, I guess I mean, they're still running through it. It might not be 100%, but as long as you're not like quoting it for review, sure.
Yeah, Sounds great.
Okay, we'll have them waiting with your stage pass. Just check in with security.
Okay.
It's 2046. He just like swipes over a like badge thing for you. I don't know why I said what is this, 1980? You get like a thing that's, you know, a digital event musician pass, backstage pass thing. I know what things are. Welcome back, Aphrodite. They still have not been to the casino, so you have missed not a whole lot. You
You
can
missed a lot of confusion about the map.
yes.
Great.
You are now not heisting a casino. It is just an open desert.
What?
No, just kidding.
Eva gave up on the map.
That's fair. I don't know
Um,
when my camera's acting a little funky, but you know what? I'm here. It's fine.
That is fine. Currently, please correct me if I'm wrong. The vague plan is to go into the casino early, a day before it opens, with DJ Julian as the talent.
Mm-hmm.
He has procured passes to see the Carly Rae Jepsen experience early as well. And there's talk about scoping out the shops under where the display for the mini disc will be. I believe lids
Excellent.
specifically.
Yes. In addition, we're getting a 3D printed mini disc, so we can do a
Oh,
swap
perfection.
because one of Brandon's friends is a cosplayer as well as a gym bro, so obviously they have a 3D printer. And
Obviously.
DJ Julian managed to explain to the rest of us what a mini disc was. So we're
Mhm.
getting a 3D printed mini disc for the exchanging. And I will be I have two options, either roadie or slinky casino guest. Brandon has a sleeveless tuxedo with shorts.
Of course.
That is very important. That's true.
Yeah.
The V-neck is important. I am wearing the deepest V t-shirt you can find.
uh
But
Am I
Brandon knows
like his-
someone in lids, so that
should've-
is super helpful.
I should have
not
asked.
in lids.
Are you?
No.
Are you?
Yes, Liz.
Wild that they survived to 2046.
It's the only business
There
still
is-
around.
Look,
Yeah.
just to point out, we're making a lot of fun. At least I'm making a lot of fun of like the European versus American bullshit. Lids has stores in the Netherlands,
Wow, good for them.
so
Um,
I'm
incredible.
just saying this isn't some little chain. Like they're.
I think I remember
they're
seeing
in
them in Canada.
Amsterdam.
Was just checking in. Are you all obviously DJ Julian is going. Greta is volunteering as a temporary roadie. How are
Specifically in the fitted mask butch jumpsuit.
Yes.
That is the.
I'm
the-
very
if
sorry.
if they can't get me the jumpsuit, I'm not going.
Fair enough.
the
I feel like I'd be like, am I like his manager or something?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like talent manager.
Yeah, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Security.
I love this.
This tracks.
This was
Perfect.
100% what I was expecting the plan to be from the get-go. So I'm delighted. Delighted we're all on the same page here.
and I assume you saw my text about supplies. You have like a
Yes.
kind of a mini stipend. You don't get like anything
I
you
feel
want, but
like
something
I don't
reasonable.
really need
I do
that
wanna vote-
stipend. Like I feel like
You
I
do
just
have, unless you
mean-
heist things like Thursday when you're there, which just time wise you might. you can also like get supplies after you like kind of finalize a different harder plan.
Aphrodite just has like a very extensive closet of clothes, like just really extensive.
I would expect
He
nothing
also
less.
Yeah.
grifter.
It
Can I just vote for me to get the taser though? Because Aphrodite's going with Julian, who has
You
the stun
all-
baton.
you each
Brandon
get-
is a weapon.
You each get tasers.
Each get taser. Oh, this is even
Yeah.
better. We have-
Ooh.
That's in
Oh.
the rules. That's not even me being like nice. That's yeah. But
That's
there's
the rules being nice.
they are single use. So, you know,
Can I get
You get
all the
one
tasers?
taser.
you
Can
just get
mine
one
be
backpack.
double
tasers.
use?
Can I get Brandon to give me his taser? Because he
You have a
doesn't need it.
taser and a stun baton. However,
Do you know how long I spent trying to think of a catchphrase for when I use this shock baton? It's even better if I'm by myself.
Perfect.
I'm gonna skip ahead to Thursday outside the casino. We're gonna do this quick. Outside the
Famous last
casino.
words.
You've made it like past the first gate and all that, and you're now in
CJ, we have badges.
you have like digital badges, yeah. If you want physical badges, you can pick them up at security.
Thinking of like the little color-coded wristlets.
But they're
Those are
also
so
like
tacky.
digital. Like they have the little like chip where you can just like swipe them through something.
As someone who used to collect those, they're not tacky, and I will fight you.
These are like RGB, like that kind of like fading rainbow. It's in like a weird infinity loop.
Cool.
Is it like
Yeah.
the
It's like a
Disney Magic Band
visual-
or something?
Yeah. Yeah, basically. With a little label that says like DJ Julian to say who you're with. Julian, yours just has your name on it, which is either cool or weird. I leave that to
Okay.
you.
Yeah. Probably a bit of both.
Yeah, and nobody cares. Like everybody is rushing around trying to get things ready. The outside of the casino currently has like a projected white screen. Like it just looks like a white box. It's like a holographic screen kind of hiding what the casino looks like from the world. Inside it is shiny and flash, like everything brand new, state of the art, top of the line, spared no expense. There are plants that look like they have been there for 20 years, you know, like large trees in the atrium. The atrium's not on the map, it's there, I don't care. There are large screens built into the wall that are replaying Carly Rae Jepsen concerts. There is every once in a while you can see one of the virtual intelligences, the VIs, kind of flash to life and talk to whoever's passing by. Every once in a while one of them will kind of flicker like it's not working quite right. There are a lot of people in coveralls kind of dusting or doing touch-up paint job, like, you know, just kind of finalizing everything. And a lot of people in their respective stores, so many Starbucks employees. Some of them are having like training meetings. Some of them are having final orientations, you know, going through their lists, doing all that.
Can we say that in the future the Starbucks employees are dressed as mermaids, like they actually match the logo now?
Yeah, with the split tail.
Yeah.
It's
It's
the
a
only way
little
they can
weird.
walk.
And technically, they're not mermaids; they're sirens.
That's also true. Um,
Mhm.
the it was almost called Queequegs. Probably for the best that it wasn't. Um,
Please no.
fun fact. The hotel itself is gorgeous in a pop art sort of way. It's kind of reminiscent of Magna's Den, but not quite so eclectic. Like it fits together a lot better. But it is still very bold colors, a lot of light, a lot of not flashing. It is weirdly like um even the neon, like it looks like neon, but it is very clearly like not actual neon gas. It's something that like um won't flicker. It is very accessible. Um and there are a lot of people in like burgundy uniforms that are kind of doing like little tours. They are staff, floor staff, kind of getting the final walk around. And you're pretty much left alone. Um there are you were told like when you entered, like whoever checked your badges was just like, you know, tomorrow take the service elevator. Right now it doesn't matter, just, you know, stay out of people's way, they'll stay out of yours. Stay out of trouble. Let us know if you need anything. There's people downstairs the stage cleaning up. They should be able to help you if you need anything. um I will let you mull over that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else super important about um I guess the only other thing is everything is just kind of branded with the collage name. Um and there is a large holographic map, interactive, that shows the different levels, all the way up to the like hotel rooms, resort rooms. Um and yeah, there is a there's even an icon of the mini disc, like, you know, all the Carly Rae Jepsen memorabilia. Um and I think that's about it. I will let you mull over the floor plan of the casino, what your next steps might be during break. And when we come back, um, I will answer any of those questions. How's that sound? We'll be back in a few. Stretch, hydrate, pet your pets, and we will see you shortly. Thank you. Hi, welcome back. We are in the second half of our Boy Problems, Lasers and Feelings one shot for Extra Life. We are raising money for the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. An amazing thing about Extra Life is that 100% of your donations go straight to the hospitals. No processing fees, no weird administrative fees or anything like that. It goes straight to the hospitals. Something else that's neat is that you can help the heist crew today, and some of the other games this weekend, with your donations. For $10, you can help a player with one of their roles. They can either add or subtract a one to their role, whichever helps them out. $20 gives them a reroll on one of their dice. $35 gives each player a plus or minus one. $50 gives the crew a special helpful bonus. And thank you so much to our donators. We have a couple of those in the wings. $60 gives them a fun little roadblock. That is a little complication that I get to give them. And $100 gives advantage to all of the players, as well as a small bonus. Thank you so much for everything you have done so far. It is incredible that at this early Pacific time hour and late European time hour that we have come this far. So we really appreciate everything that you've done. When last we saw our crew, finally, they were in the Collage Casino in Las Vegas. The year is 2046. Carly Rae Jepsen, noted iconic pop star, has been missing for 10 years. And our crew is trying to heist the secret, well, not so secret anymore, but the vault, the 20 unreleased Carly Rae Jepsen songs that are going to be on display at this casino for opening weekend, whatever. It is currently the day before the grand opening. The casino resort grounds are bustling with staff and crew and all sorts of people making final preparations. And playing off of DJ Julian's fame, notoriety, however you want to phrase that, skills as noted Carly Rae Jepsen mashup DJ. They have finagled a early access, and I believe have basically set up a DJ set. I believe that is the term, a set. I'm hip. Planned for Friday night. As it stands, we have the leader, the hacker, the grifter, and the muscle standing in the main entryway of the casino, planning their next steps. And I'm so sorry, they also have a 3D printed mini disc,
a freaking
copy.
mini disc.
Freaking mini disc,
and a private early tour of the Carly Rae Jepsen experience is also
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Very
for
important.
2 people.
That is
For 2
super
people.
important.
Eva is letting DJ Julian split the party.
Yes. Briefly. I can't stress that enough. I will say it is like pre-opening. If you all want to go, they don't care that much. It's like some of you have passes, like you can all just go. It's fine. I will say that your 3D printer nerd jock friend, I don't know how much you told him, but there's not really a big call for mini discs in 2046 kind of had an idea of what you were going for and took the time to actually like paint it. Like it's not just the like straight resin like right off the printer. Like he sanded it down a little bit, painted it, like it looks like the website version of the Carly Rae Jepsen mini.
Good.
Yeah. So it now looks like a reasonable facsimile. I'm gonna say that is one of your bonuses. Because now it actually looks like something.
Something useful.
What would you like to do?
So the first step is to figure out where it actually is, right? Because it's either on the plinth on display or in the offices, and we don't know that for sure.
Correct.
I think it's in the B for. It's either in the B for basement or on the CRJ experience. So splitting the party would make sense, right?
So
Is
from
it
what the flyers and like all the advertisement says, the Carly Rae Jepsen experience is kind of its own separate thing. Like the mini disc will be eventually on display, if it isn't already, on the main casino floor.
Okay.
The A on your map.
The A. So it's either an A or B. Those are our two flavors.
Or in transit.
Or in transit.
Yeah. Yes. Like the Carly Rae Jepsen experience, theoretically you could argue you might learn information there, but it is also just a very cool experience for anyone who likes Carly Rae Jepsen.
Yeah, basically I suspected that the two of us might forget that we're here doing a heist. Like after we did the experience, and then we'll just go home.
I take my job very seriously. Thank you. I know it doesn't look like it, but I do.
If we're standing in the lobby, though, we're standing on A. Do we see a mini disc on display?
No.
Okay, so it's apparently not here right now.
Well, not at least not on the floor.
Exactly. Do you want to maybe go to the basement, do your setup, and then take the talent to the experience while the rest of us do the actual work?
I don't like what you're implying, like at all.
And yet here we are.
But yes, I would like to get set up in the basement because we can look around and who knows what kind of fun nooks and crannies we can find there. Plus, you never know who we can talk to who knows things.
Well, and my manager could always go to, because it's offices, right, where B is. So
it's back rooms, there's offices, there's like more security, like supplies, there's the vault.
Yeah.
So I feel like it could reasonably make sense that my manager would go try to talk to people in the offices that would get you guys back there.
Yeah.
Downstairs it is.
Well, and I don't think anybody's going to question DJ Julian needing to set up and needing to like get the lay of the land.
We arranged the sound check today for a reason.
That is a good question. Did you bring your supplies? Like do you have boxes of equipment with you?
Yeah, and also probably use my
are...
stipend. As much new sound equipment that I could talk her into, I would have used my stipend for.
I would like you to roll. I'm going to say 2d6. Yeah.
So I'm going under or over?
You are swords. You're going under.
Okay. So I got a 2 and then I also got a 4 right on the money.
Perfect. So you can we can cut to feeling, and you can ask me a question that you'd like to know the answer to. If there's anything of the sort that you'd like. I was kind of using this as like degrees of success. Magna is charmed, and is also like a fan of yours. Like if anyone is going to be like sympathetic to your cause, a music archivist is kind of there. You are able to finagle some new equipment. Not like a whole full like top of the line.
I'm sure there's
everything.
like things that I had my eye on that I've been wanting to get on my list. So
I would say either like one really expensive, like top of the line piece of equipment, or like two medium dollar value things, like that sort of a tier, or like three new, well made, but like not, whatever the DJ equivalent of a Stradivarius is. I don't know. You know how that works.
Also have some of those boxes that look like they're heavy, but they're not because they're empty, but you can easily put stuff in there and export it outside easily without being completely obvious about it.
Like the mic cases where it's like 90% like styrofoam, not styrofoam, but like that padding.
Those, like those black ones with the silver that everyone seems to have for some reason.
Yeah.
For reasons.
So a question you can get an answer to, what should I be on the lookout for? What's the best way to do something? Fill in the blank. What's really going on here? How could I get someone to do X, Y, or Z? You don't really need to answer that one with Magna because that one's pretty straightforward. But yeah, if you
let's do a what's really going on here, just to see if there's anything I don't know, like anything ulterior that I might not be aware of.
So I will say, like, as you are kind of going back and forth, like on the regular web, the dark web, the ultraviolet web, or whatever we have now, you dig up some information on Magna, which basically she's who she says she is. She does have backers. Like she does have funding. And you are confident. I'll just say flat out, you are confident that this is the real deal. If a mini disc of Carly Rae Jepsen's missing songs exists, this is it. Kind of, you've been able to track the provenance. This is the real thing. The owner of the Collage Casino, Natalia Fedorovna, is not a fan, just I don't want to say a spiteful collector, but what you've been able to track down or just gather in your hunt is that she enjoys having things that other people can't have. And this whole casino seems to be like a monument to a relationship or an ownership of Carly Rae Jepsen that and her legacy that as far as you can tell, they never had a connection. Like this is
gross.
Yeah, sex.
Yeah. So that is kind of the gist. For a one shot, it's pretty much what it says on paper. But that is sort of like the maybe blanks filled in a little bit of who is doing what for what reason, and what's going on here. Would you say that answers your question?
Yeah, for sure.
Excellent. I will say the casino seems like a casino and not like a front for anything other than just whatever casinos usually do.
I mean, they're all like vaguely loosely tied to the mafia anyway, but
I mean, yeah, but like, it's not like a front for gathering people there to like drain them of their souls or something like that.
Is that a thing that's happening in the future?
Not in this specific case.
Okay. But it has happened. There's like been headlines.
They-
I do
Of-
feel
of
like
varying
casinos
repute.
are kind of designed to do that.
yeah, I
as
said that,
is.
and then I was like, yeah, psychic vampirism. As you make your way downstairs, you can hear like the sound system kind of crackling back and forth. There are the like low tones of Stadium Love, and then like high whine will come in, and loudly you will hear talking to yourself, and then they'll both cut out, and then you'll hear someone muttering like the PA is on and they didn't realize it, and then it all cuts. Like there's casino wide like PA system issues at the moment. You get to the basement, and there's fewer people down here, mostly event crew kind of setting up like signage for your show tomorrow. Someone is programming a holographic sign that has you, DJ Julian, at like one of your peak moments in like an earlier set, just like absolutely jamming out. Technicolor, it's very classy. And I would almost say there's a sold out sign on it. Yeah, why not?
Pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Solid.
Hell yeah. And there's the big mural of Carly Rae Jepsen. It kind of flows from one style to the next, kind of taking in her discography through the years, and like different songs. There's iconography of all that. Off to the left from the elevators, the stage is off to your right. And behind the murals, there are kind of, I'm gonna say hidden doors, not like secret doors, but they're like meant to be
Like worked into the
passed
design.
over. Yeah, I mean they're staff doors, so they're obviously visible and you can get to them, but they're not glaring. And there are little pads, no numbers, just theoretically somewhere that you would scan your, if you had the clearance, scan your wrist stuff. Badges is the word I'm looking for. It's going great.
It's so wild to be able to like actually scan in, because half the time these are like fake when we use them, at least for me. You know, when I'm trying to get
Honestly,
into
that's
somewhere.
fair. Yeah,
right?
no, and then you kick up a stink because, why isn't my badge working? Don't you know who I am?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been there.
I don't know if, well, why not?
It's kind of nice actually to have real ones.
You would all have access to the stage green room, probably everywhere backstage except for like a janitorial closet type situation. And this first door to the like back areas.
I have a question. So like, I mean, we know that these badges like get us to a lot of places, but like sometimes they're sort of limited because we're like the artists, the talent, if you will. Would our DJ friend who is like really good with technology be able to like hack these to give us access to every place here?
Yeah, what I would like to do is go ahead and set up equipment and then plug my laptop like into the network here, because I need it to stream music, right? Like I have to do it. There's no other way around it.
Yeah.
And then I use that connection to sort of like plug in our things to my laptop and try to get us like universal clearance.
Okay. Let's do I feel like you're probably an expert in that. Let's say 3d6.
All right, so I got a 4 and a 3, and then I got a 6, which is not helpful.
Okay, so success. You can ask another question. I would say so. What you are able to hack from where you are with your bands is going to be everywhere regular employees can get besides yourselves. So like if you want to take a lot of time, because I'd say that probably takes you under an hour. Especially if you're able to get everyone else to like help you set up. To, you know, if you're trying to get like CEO access or like, you know, because you're not just swiping a band to get into like the security vault. I probably should have called the mini disc something else, but like the actual like bank vault style area takes other security measures. So yeah, I would say that you now have more access than you did before. Would you like to cut to feeling and have another question answered?
Yeah, I think what I would do is it's one of those scenes in heist movies where I'm like, I got into the system and I'm like, there's so much information here. What do we need to know? So like I'm opening it up to other members of the team if they would like to ask something.
Does anyone else have would someone like to ask Julian to find specific information perhaps?
Time of transfer. When is the mini disc going from where it is now to where it's going to be?
Oh, okay.
Surely they have like a my brain has decided to forget the English word for a draaiboek. Like the document you have that says 7 a.m. people show up for breakfast, 8 a.m.
Like
The
itinerary.
9 a.m.
Timeline.
we go here.
Yeah, itinerary, timeline,
Yeah.
timetable. Yeah. Yes, you have access to like you can why don't you make one more roll for me? Also 3d6.
1, 3, otherwise 5 and 6.
Okay. So the complication for this is going to be that you get locked out. There's like they don't know who's doing it, but somehow they've kind of figured out someone's like in the system. And you could spend like a lot more time, resources, whatever, to get past that if you need to, but or your hacking tool, now that I remember that you have one. You do find some emails and like internal memos that are to the asset team to move it. There will be a cart provided for the case, implying that the whole like diamond size case is going to be what is being moved at midnight tonight, when all the like the Starbucks staff, all the like retail preparations have like cleared out for the night.
They'll be going to the spot, like to the display spot.
They'll be going to the display spot. Yes. Yeah. Straight from the downstairs vault upstairs, via the not security elevator. What did we call it? The staff elevator, the non-public elevator. The one between back behind the stage where we discussed it before. And there is also a note that only the approved staff who are not named should be on the floor at the time, plus their security detail, because they are aware of, quote, interested parties who may be trying to abscond with or destroy even the mini disc.
And
So-
who was that email from? Like, is there like a name for who sent that email?
It is the director of operations. I'm sorry, it is the chief of security, Sky Larson.
Okay, so I only asked that because they probably would have like a list of names somewhere for approved staff. So maybe you guys could find that.
On that note, Brandon and Greta were kind of whispering in the background while this was happening. They would like to go find security under the guise of like needing to see the security and the cameras to ascertain whether or not DJ Julian will be safe.
Okay.
Crazy fans.
At some point.
Famous
We
DJ.
don't have to do it. Yeah. We don't have to do it right now, but that's what we'd like to do. Maybe while Aphrodite's and Julian are at the exhibit. Yeah,
Okay.
the experience. Yeah.
You have just so you know, like as you've been setting up, as Julian's been doing sound checks, I assume DJs still do that. Wow, I don't know a lot about DJing.
Just want to
at all.
hear what it sounds like in the place.
Yeah,
It's a big
yeah.
ballroom. Like, does it sound okay?
Right.
He walks
Um,
in, he presses play, just like every DJ, and then he has
Just
a
on
little
his
sip of his little
iPhone
boba
36.
tea. Yeah, he just plugs in his laptop, presses play, and he's gone.
Yeah, so there are a few event staff, you know, they've got their like burgundy polo shirts with event like on the back or whatever. In the wings, and some are on the floor like looking at not schematics, but kind of like the lighting and all that. So if you need like a person, there are people around.
Is the laser show timed correctly?
Oh, do you want to test the lasers now or later? Because we
DJ
can do them
Julian
now.
is very concerned about the laser show. We'll be checking back
Sure.
soon after we go to security.
Okay, it takes us a little minute to like reset the fog machine for the thing, so just let us know so we can like time that out, but no problem, we can do that whenever.
Perfect. Assume a full dry run in roughly an hour.
Okay, got it.
Oh, we're also going to need to make sure this is, I don't know if you saw this in the writer, but obviously I never expect people to read the whole thing because so many people are incompetent. But DJ Julian does require fresh Arnold Palmers.
Oh, of
every
course.
half hour.
Every half hour, absolutely.
Yes.
Writers are so important, because you never know when someone's like allergic to something
Exactly.
or whatever. So I will double check that every half hour.
Thank
fresh
you.
Arnold Palmer's, got it. Do you want those out here or in the green room?
Well, I'll be out here the whole time, so deliver them straight to me.
Wherever DJ Julian is, they just need to appear. They should never get below like an inch. So if like, yes, every half hour, but also somebody should keep an eye on that too, because if there's like only just ice left, it's impossible.
Okay. Yeah. Tyler will be your drink person that night, and I'll make sure.
Perfect.
Yeah. And yeah, she's just making notes on a little like data pad, and
Or one out for Tyler.
anything else, just let me know. I'm gonna go stock up a big almost said samovar, that's not right. Pitcher. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll make sure that's accessible. Thank you.
You're like so sweet. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Well, anything we can do for DJ Julian. We're just so excited for this weekend.
As you should be.
But no touching.
But-
Don't touch the talent.
Oh,
It's-
yeah, that's so weird. No, that's consent's important.
It is.
Yes.
Oh,
Really
oh,
is.
here are, I know you already have your like badges like prepped, but here are your uh souvenir tickets for the Carly Rae Jepsen experience if you like scrapbook or anything. If not, it's okay. There's like recycling bins outside when you're done.
What do
and
they what
just,
what do
like,
they look like?
it is thin it's paper but more plasticky, kind of bendable, and it has Carly Rae Jepsen like popping up. It's like a little video screen, and she like pops up, waves, and like Carly Rae Jepsen experience text pops up, and then a barcode, and then she says in a very like quiet voice, like you can hear it if your music isn't playing. Hi, welcome to the Carly Rae Jepsen experience. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you, my number one fan. And then on the back, it's like a collage that just kind of goes on infinitely of like pictures and ticket stubs and just all sorts of memorabilia from her shows and stuff. It is in world, not cheap. Technology wise, it's not that impressive. But it's kind of neat. Like no one else is really doing that in terms of like giving stuff like that out for free.
Well, if all else fails with this heist and it doesn't happen, it will. But I'm just saying, if it doesn't, we can always have Julian sign them and sell these for a lot of money. So it's a win-win either way.
I love a person with a solid plan B.
Mhm.
Love it.
I got really good at faking Carly Rae Jepsen's signature too, so we can add that on there.
That is interesting. That is very good. I may have a few other things for you to sign
Yeah,
after
sure.
this.
Oh, of course.
Perfect.
Is
We'll
that
talk.
illegal? Like forgery?
No.
If she's presumed
can't fake
dead, it's not
It's not
really.
illegal to fake the signature of someone who never existed, so we're golden.
I
You
would
cannot
say
copyright AI art. You cannot copyright AI art. We're good.
we will not go into the legality of what the court has decided vis-a-vis her
46.
death or not. I will say part of the like curiosity of this whole exhibit and hotel is that her estate is sort of a giant question mark because of like recent legal changes, her personal will, and then also just like there's a lot of like behind the scenes legal stuff that I'm not going to go into, but like the acquisition of a lot of these pieces, it's interesting. It's interesting that she has all of this. I don't think it really matters in terms of what you're doing, but
Can Brandon and Greta skedaddle the security?
Yeah, I'm good to go ahead to the exhibit.
yeah.
Mhm.
That's all you and Aphrodite.
Greta and Brandon.
Yes.
The security office is easy to find. I mean, it's where the other elevators are. It is nice. Like quality chairs, like nice break room, like the expensive, like good for your back kind of chairs in front of the like bank of screens. This is like they're being taken care of. Like it's, I don't know if it's a nice place to work just in terms of in general, but like it's a nice security rooms, I guess, security center.
All right. Head
I'm
to
looking.
whoever's sitting there.
Yeah, there's
Right, Brandon?
two people. Nice pressed blue uniforms. They are sitting up in their chairs, kind of ready for whatever comes through the door, but when you come in, are you going through the elevator or the door?
Whichever one's more convenient. We're going for efficiency.
Probably elevator because you're already like at the stage.
Elevator.
They have been talking about sports. You catch the tail end of hockey playoffs. And they both turn to look at you expectantly.
Right.
Hey.
Sports ball.
Yeah. Hi.
It's
What?
a puck, man. Hi. We're looking for Skylar. I'm the head of security for DJ Julian, and I just need to ask a few questions and ascertain some information.
Yeah. Sky's right in her office. She's just that one right there to the left with the big sign that says Chief of Security Sky Larson. In fairness, like you can't see that from the elevator, so she's not saying it in like a jerk way. It's just like a,
Actual information.
yeah, there's
Awesome.
a couple doors down this hall, but it's nicely labeled to you. You can't miss it.
While Brandon and I are walking past, gonna have a peek at that bank of cameras.
Oh yeah, it is extensive. And there is like one large screen in front of them where they can like pull up individual cameras like on a bigger what have you. Are you looking for anywhere in particular? Because it covers like the parking garage, it covers the pools,
Yeah.
it covers.
Well, looking for like dead areas near the case or where the case is going to be, dead areas for the route the case will be taking. Also, just in general, like you said, this place isn't done yet. Cameras that aren't online yet, places that suggest maybe their cloud backup isn't working all too well, the usual tech problems.
Yeah, let's give me 1d6.
But like, here's the thing. Greta isn't the most logical problem, so rather than trying to logically deduce this from what she sees on the camera banks, she wants to do that worker level rapport with the people watching the cameras on a level.
Okay.
So how's it going? How are things working? Get them to vent about the tech problems that they've been having in the run up to this, because they started too late and they're not done yet, because no one ever does things
You're
on time when
motioning
it
on
comes
this
to
one?
tech. Yeah, I really want to like let them have a little vent session with old Greta.
I think that's probably wise.
Did Brandon and Greta establish whether Greta was going to stay out in the banks while Brandon went and talked to Sky?
I'm
or
assuming
were
you're
you-
going to go talk to Sky while Greta has a
Yep.
little therapy session with the poor, overworked, underpaid Vault Tech people.
To help Brandon as he walks away, is going to be like, "Hey, Greta, you're not needed for this meeting, so why don't you just stay here and do something?" And just like try to be a little like douchey so that
Thanks, Brandon.
That might
Will do.
no problem, G.
I think that would also be I feel like that's also kind of emotion. Baker, go ahead and give me 1d6 to see if you help or hinder.
I got a 2.
Would you Would you like to add a 1 to that for success? You have a you have
Sure.
1.
You have a 3.
Can
Okay.
also
Yeah.
give like one of them mine, maybe? Because I've got 2 hanging out here.
If you want to, yeah.
I'm fine with using mine.
I mean,
Yeah.
you don't have to, but if you don't succeed, you actively hinder Greta.
I will succeed.
Okay.
But I thought I needed to roll under, like, am I misunderstanding this for
Under
emotions?
swords, over feelings.
Yeah. So since you're rolling with
Oh.
emotion, yeah, you had to roll over.
Okay, I'm sorry. I
and
was
if you-
confused because I
if
was
you-
like, why do I need to use it? Because I thought I had like
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you hit
Okay,
the
got it.
number, it's just you can choose to succeed, but you also like get the question.
okay,
Um
got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. I will
Um,
do a +1 so that I don't fail.
Okay. I will say, since this is like an added +1, you're not going to get the question answered.
No, that's totally fine.
So Anik, you can get we will get to your conversation with Sky in a moment. Anik, the guy that's sitting there kind of grimaces at Brandon's tone. And you now have you have 2d6 that you can work with.
2d6. Perfect. Cool. They have a 2 and a 6.
Okay. So you get a complication, unless you want to bump. Well, that wouldn't work.
But I have a 2 in emotions. So can my question cancel out the complication the 6 is giving me, or is the 6 not giving me the complication?
I would say the 6 is not giving you the complication. It's the Oh, I see. Yes. What
I
is
got
your
2 in
question?
emotions because I figured I was more of a go team kind of leader and less of a this is the plan kind of leader.
Yeah, no, I mathed wrong. You do not have a complication. You do have a question if you would like one.
Well, in addition to the venting session,
So I will say, if you want to choose 2 specific things from what you were looking for, and then I'll give you a bonus one. But if you want to name, like, are you looking for the blind spots? Are you looking for the off cameras?
I want priorities. I want the blind spots in the room the mini disc is currently being held.
The security
And
vault.
then
I will say the security vault does not have any off cameras weird issue. Like, that's where they put like all of their focus.
okay.
So there are no blind spots. There's no weird camera feeds. There's no
Okay. I mean, I work with servers for a living. Say hypothetically speaking, the power goes out. How is their backup organized?
Are you flat out asking them? Or are you trying to surmise that from everything?
Bit of both.
So if that's your question, I will say that there is a backup generator system. Something
I'm just trying not to
the
get trapped in an
future.
elevator in the dark, okay?
Oh yeah. No, this is that would be like an essential system in terms of, yeah, that would be listed as like an essential system. Maybe there's like a manual open on the table and you can see like the like critical systems list or something. And it
Fair,
is
fair.
like I will say, like, it is like vault camera. not like the whole camera system for critical systems. Elevator in terms of they get to like the next floor, stop, doors open. They don't just continuously run. Fire, smoke detectors, like all that the usual critical systems.
Yeah.
And door locks are on the critical systems list.
So they, when things go down, they lock, or they lock, they don't unlock.
They default to locked, even if they aren't usually. And security clearance is needed to pass through them, not regular employee access.
Eva,
Yes.
if the other players could just go like this for a second, would that cover my security clearance?
Yes, it would.
Good to know. Thank you.
Yes. And as a part of your success, I will say that there are a few it's like an area where the camera, like you can tell they're still adjusting the camera angles. Probably you've actually seen people like up on ladders, like moving whole cameras. But also like just manually adjusting like from the security thing. Where technically cameras overlap, but at a weird angle, so there's kind of a gap. So you'll get like the front of, say, a cart, but not the back, like as it passes through one camera to the next. So there's like a very brief gap. You know, it's not like a whole.
Yeah, the split-second timing bullshit.
Yeah. So there's one of
I hope
those.
Aphrodite's quicker than she looks.
There's one of those on the main floor where the mini disc will be going, and then there is there are a couple cameras out. There is one that's kind of got a loose wire or something. It's flickering in and out. On the
those are the good ones.
Like right by the security elevator. On that same floor. So, does that answer your question? There's also other ones out and flickering, like on the pool level, and
I find it very important to know that some of them are in fact out and flickering. So pulling a little wire somewhere wouldn't be horribly suspicious.
But yeah, you
Oh, and can they check if I'm signed up for the barbecue next week? I don't know. I don't remember if I signed up or not.
Yeah, barbecue or like the softball part, because I
was hoping to sign up and then not softball but still eat.
Oh yeah, no, I don't see, but it's not too late. I can put your name down.
Oh yeah, just the food part. Not the sportsy kind, just the
I gotcha.
eating. Yeah, just okay, perfect. And can you mark me vegan, please? Then we're good.
Yes, yeah,
perfect. Thank you.
They pull out a little like pad and like do a little typing and tick a box that lights up green. Yeah, no, good thing you checked, because no, I didn't have you on here.
Yeah, no, so busy right now, completely slipped my mind. So I figured, well, like, while I'm down here, might as well check in with you guys. Yeah. Perfect. Are you
going? Probably here's just on the way to the security office, or the chief of security's office. There's like a little like IT department, and you can like hear a couple people like swearing and muttering over these like messed up systems, the cameras that aren't quite like online. The two security guards are willing to banter and like discuss the menu and you know the events lined up for this barbecue.
So they're focusing on me for a little bit and not on what the rest of my group is doing. That's what we're kind of
Yeah, they do keep an eye on the camera. Like they'll kind of switch back and forth. They are keeping an eye on the cameras, but they are paying
Yeah.
attention to you. Baker, Sky is in her office, and looks up
How-
from a bank of her own screens. When you
How about we jump to Julian, because I am choking on string cheese.
Oh no. Yes. Julian and Aphrodite. It is an amazing experience. It is dope. There is so much cool stuff. There are like handwritten annotations, set lists, holographic recreations of key moments. Like I said, recreations of her workroom, her bedroom, important places, that sort of thing. There's like a little tour spot where you can like sit or stand, and the scenery changes around you as there's like background music, perfectly fitting the mood, like a quick story of her life. And it's mostly like the basic surface level information, but there are a few like interesting details that some of them like neither of you have ever heard before. And then there are some, I'll leave it to you to decide, where the like only the like hardcore fans would know some of these facts. And it ends with like a nice, kind of in memory of, like, this is definitely from the point of view of someone who's pretty sure she's dead, not missing.
Mm-hmm.
But it kind of glosses over that part as well. And there is also at the very end a brand new picture that neither of you have ever seen before of Carly Rae Jepsen with a 20-ish year old woman, black hair, smiling big. It is probably a digital recreation, like this, based on your research, Julian, like this probably never happened. But it looks pretty real, like, and it just has like a font that kind of looks like handwriting that says like, "We miss you, CRJ, dash like Natalia, the casino owner."
Yeah.
So we haven't even seen this picture though without Natalia, correct? We've not seen this. This is like a fully new picture of Carly Jepsen we've not seen before.
It's, I mean, depending on how much Carly Rae Jepsen, it's kind of like if you look really hard, I'm not even gonna make you roll for this. You can kind of pick out like where it's a new pose and it kind of looks like a new photo, but you can kind of identify like, oh, that hair was from the 2016, press tour, or she did that exact hand movement in another photo from another time, or like that shirt is from the stage tour for like the Emotions tour or something. I don't know why she'd wear the same shirt for the whole tour, but whatever. Like you can kind of pick out the different pieces. At first blush, it absolutely does look like a completely new, never before seen picture. But on Carly, you can kind of pick out that it's old pictures digitally stitched together. Well done, but like, yeah.
I don't know if like photos are allowed in here, but I would definitely be taking photos regardless of whether or not they were allowed. Like,
yeah, sure.
Sneakily.
Are any of her swords here?
Is the pixel sword here?
It is in a like a rotating, like it's not held up by, it's like a floating kind of display case, and it's just kind of rotating around. You can like walk around it.
Oh my God. So the Master Sword over there, that Pixel Master Sword, was given to her at the concert in Seattle back in 2023 at the Showbox during the So Nice tour.
I'm gonna say 4-foot version of Carly Rae Jepsen pops up next to you and says, that's right. It was one of my favorite tours. Do you have any questions?
Oh, no. I'm good. I mean,
How-
Julian, if you have questions,
How
but no.
uncanny is the hologram? Like, I'm just curious. Does it feel like she's talking to us, or does it feel weird?
I mean, she's looking you in the eye, like not in a weird way, but like, she sees you, like she can identify like where you each are. I'm gonna say kind of like Halo Cortana, in that like she's very clearly like digital, but also very clearly like Carly Rae Jepsen. And yeah, so pretty good. I mean,
I feel like it probably does something to me. Like, I feel a little.
yeah. Not the like uncanny valley, like she's not a robot. She moves fluidly and like realistically.
Yeah, I think it's just like a moment of like, oh, it's like she really sees me.
Yeah. And there's gonna be a moment when she's like, okay, well, if you don't have any questions for me, I really appreciate you coming to check out my experience, and I can't tell you what it means to me to have you here. I hope you have a good time and enjoy the rest of Collage. And like a little wave, and then she's going to like sparkle apart in pixelated holographic glitter, I guess. Is there anything that you would like to glean for your heist from here?
Oh no, for sure no.
Okay.
Do you have anything?
I figured that despite the potential, like there was just the like, and it is absolutely a very cool experience. And worth, well, if it was like today, it would probably be like a $60 ticket to get in, and you'd be like, but I don't know if anything can really be worth that as a ticket price, but like they try and pack as much in there as possible. And yeah, photographs are allowed, they don't care.
Are there any like little things that I could try to like swipe, like a headband or like a
No, there is a gift shop.
Guitar pick or
no, like her stuff, like the security on that is very like they're, as a hacker, like you don't need to roll either. You can try. Why would I say no? But also like you can see that there's like a security field around it, and there is like a do not touch sign. It's like a museum, right?
The pictures that
Like that would
Aphrodite
stop them.
the pictures that Aphrodite is taking look like she's taking pictures of the different swords, but really she's taking pictures of all of the different security features surrounding the swords. Which is not, she's like thinking about a different day. Like this is,
Yeah.
I
will say that you two get a I mean, you do have headsets, so Greta, if you want to hiss at them vocally.
Yeah, I was texting Eva if I could please send a message to the fangirls MF at some point and go, focus on the mission.
I'm taking pictures of the security features here in the
The
experience.
DJ isn't.
Baker,
I'm
did
doing
you
my job.
Can we just raid in the Katomania and go?
did you have a specific question for Sky?
You're
You
muted.
are muted. And I hope you feel better.
Yeah. My my main thing was just asking him distracting her while Greta like played with the cameras and stuff. So it all would have been very basic, like you know, I gotta protect my client and blah blah blah.
Yeah. She's very she's listening very intently and giving you full attention, and assures you that if any extra security is needed, not a problem to talk to Bev tomorrow. That will be your contact person, and they can arrange for extra security at the door, kind of just going through the list of absolutely extra security, blah blah blah. I will say you all reconvene somewhere.
5-minute meeting in a Starbucks. Come to the conclusion. It's got to be now. It's got to be today. They're moving it at midnight. We saw the itinerary. We have the clearances. You have your you had your magical, fantastical experience.
And we learned so much, by the way. We learned so much about this place to help us in the heist. I can't tell you what they
concrete example of what you actively learned.
Well, no, I don't want to tell
Just
you,
one.
but in the moment we'll know when it comes up.
I will also say you have been asked to clear out for the day by 11 p.m.
That is where I think Brandon's going to use his friend at Lids.
Uh-huh.
I think Brandon's gonna offer to help him do stock, and then he's going to sneak away and let everyone in the back door of Lids without his friend knowing.
Okay, like hide them in the storeroom for that hour.
Yeah.
We have to be, at what point does Lids close?
They would also have to be out by 11.
They probably wouldn't be
This is
checking
out-
there as much as they would like.
Yeah, I mean, like, officially, like, everyone not actual casino staff has to be out by then. Go ahead and roll 2d6, because you did sort of prepare for this with your conversations with I think this is Danny.
Yeah.
And are you, this is planning, rolling with swords? Where are you?
I assumed it was with convincing.
She's
I'm
asking
trying to
Danny they're asking Danny real nice.
Yeah, that's fair.
Pretty please.
Yeah.
Unless you're
Yeah.
rolling based on how good you're training him was.
I think that
No,
was
no. I
promise.
only offered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So rolling with emotion.
3 and 2.
I will, so that is, we'll say success. You have is your question just going to be like, how can you successfully hide?
Yeah. How can I successfully hide?
I would say in this time that you have with Danny, you see one of the like those middling storerooms that no one really uses. One of those other stores isn't using it during this like setup period. And you are able to get everyone inside. And make one more roll for me, also 2d6, for basically sneaking away from Danny at the end of the night.
Okay. I got a 4 and a 3.
Perfect.
I think it's really like 3.
Yeah, you pull that off. And he thinks you're leaving with a different group. They think you're leaving with him. Neither of them are correct. And I will say that you can either ask me a question, or I will just offer that you are able to kind of figure out when you would basically have the floor to yourselves between 11 and midnight, like,
I will take the second option.
yeah, like you kind of like security kind of does a go around at like 11:10, and then you, at least on that floor, you have at least like half an hour to yourself.
Okay.
Which you can sneak out of the storage room. And there are
just
no like
because-
door alarms or anything like that on there.
Because I'm like quasi famous and flashy, I want to sneak in. I want to be brought into the storage in a suitcase, a la Taylor Swift, so that they don't know that I'm there.
Does it have to be a suitcase? Because I did already ask for like the big extra padded mic things that have little wheels on them.
I think that
Can
any
carry
small
you?
box is appropriate because she's done
I'm
it in
willing
multiple.
to wheel you in like one of those stage
Yeah.
coffers.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll wheel you in a stage suitcase.
Check. Okay, you have to evade security. You know that the team, it's like 4 staff members and then a few security guards are going to be wheeling the case and mini disc up at midnight. Midnight is presumably when they're leaving the downstairs vault. It's go time, y'all. Would you?
I'm
What would you
assuming
like
we
to
had a
do?
little bit of time to talk
Yes.
as a group between.
Yes.
I
Minding
don't
that we
think
are on a
can-
real life schedule also.
Exactly, we have 20
Yeah.
minutes left.
Yeah.
I would suggest that we need at least someone to either distract security or talk to security or do something about security camera and shit wise. Greta would volunteer for that because she knows these people. They're, we're going to the barbecue next week. We're friends at school. And
Mhm.
then actual sneaky people have to go and swap around that mini disc.
Is there a camera in
Right.
this hallway? In this like back hallway?
Yes, there's cameras everywhere.
I think
That was the whole problem.
I think Aphrodite would have swapped into some clothes that looked more like security, like having seen the security stuff and having seen the lids things would probably have swapped into clothes that looked vaguely like that.
I will
We're all in the
say
correct blue whatever
Mhm.
outfit.
I will say your other bonus can be that this security camera is also faulty.
Sounds good.
If you would like.
Brandon is going to shake
love
up the
a faulty
carbonated
security
water
camera.
and pre-workout and slam it.
Okay. All right.
I have thoughts, feelings, and opinions, and none of
I
them
will
are
be holding
appropriate
on
right
to
now.
the fake mini disc, I feel like also.
Okay.
Probably.
Because I feel like ultimately I would be the one doing the swap.
Okay.
If Greta's running distraction and Julian is
In a box.
in a box, but
In a
also
box.
is probably
I
our
don't know
one
what Julian
dealing
is
with-
actually doing.
Well, I feel like obviously
I feel like already did most of it.
yeah, but also like I feel like any like last minute security things, if something goes wrong or there's some extra security features on the mini disc that we don't know about, that would be Julian dealing with
Oh,
that,
yeah.
given Julian's skill set.
Yeah, and also
Julian
like
can do
we're
like
in
the
this
fingerprint unlock.
Mm-hmm.
and we're in this hallway behind lids that is right under where the mini disc is going. So we could maybe try to like screw up and pull it down or something.
Mm-hmm. Feels like our
These are real
hacker,
heisty stuff.
our
you
hacker
know?
and muscle combo.
Brandon is just carrying Julian's suitcase on his shoulder. And he's kind of like, man, I could do bench presses with you. Oh my God. Yes. Let's go.
Do you want to take this time between 11 and 12 to see if you can get up through the ceiling? Question mark?
Yeah.
Oh heck yeah.
With
In the
Julian
hallway.
in the suitcase
What do we have
or
to
like
cut through
out
the
of the
ceiling?
suitcase
I think you should use the box to jump on flat-footed from the ground.
with you
Cutting
in it.
through the ceiling
Whatever you wanna
actually
do.
is really appropriate for this heist. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's do it.
All right. I assume someone is helping. Okay, so who's actually attempting to go through the ceiling? Brandon? Okay. And
With
is-
Julian in the box. In
Well,
case
you
I
have to-
need
get through the okay. So Julian, Julian, why don't you roll me how are you helping?
What I imagine I'm doing is I'm probably going to be like hacking the security cameras to like black out in the moments that we need it to.
Okay, so let's swords this. Roll me 1d6.
That's a 1.
That's good. Perfect. So you do assist. So Baker, you get an extra d6.
Okay.
If
I
you were,
would like to say I am
yes,
currently jacked
yes.
and like ready to like do some PRs because carbonated water helps the delivery of things to your system faster. And that means that my pre-workout is almost instantaneous.
Great. Making a note of that for later to never do. So I will say that is definitely prepared. And so
It
I will
should be said, don't do that. It is actually very bad for your nervous system and heart.
yeah,
It's
that
not a good
sounds
thing.
I feel like you are swordsing this. Let's say 4d6. Why not?
Ooh.
I thought you were gonna do a shot. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, yeah. Let's
There's
go.
more pre-workout and carbonated water.
I just
Yeah.
slam those dice.
Okay. I got a 6, a 6, a 2, and a 4. And my number is 3, so I think that 2 makes it a success, but I don't know if the other ones cause complications.
Would you like to use that other edition that LD offered you?
Sure. What am I doing with it though?
Because didn't you say you had a 4? That would bring it down to a 3. And then you don't get any complications.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. I assume that was still on the table, LD.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I
Cool,
haven't
cool.
rolled once this game, so by all means.
Is that possible?
Yeah.
I
Well-
bought it for you to screw me over, but sure, give him away.
There's still time. There's 15 minutes left.
There's 15 minutes left. It can still happen.
There is okay. So you come up through the ceiling directly into this base, plinth, whatever. And it has some electronics in it. And I will say maybe that's also where, Julian, your help comes in terms of like not tripping the security. And between the two of you, you are able to like bypass that alarm section, and there is now just kind of like a slight divot like on a ring. So there's like, I guess, 4 bars. And then an open space where the case will be at, I don't know, probably like 12:05, 12:10. How long can it take to get 3 floors? Are you just gonna wait till they drop it off?
Yeah, because he's hidden, right? He's just in there.
Yeah, I mean, y'all are just in that like little middle area.
We forgot Aphrodite for the Switch.
Wait, what?
I'd be following up in the things.
Okay.
Oh,
We were all in the hallway.
We're
Yeah,
all in the hallway.
that
just
was
wasn't
my
the one-
understanding.
Yeah. I just
Okay.
I'm just not the one who could break through the ceiling.
Right.
Hey.
Yeah.
I'm just here
Um,
to dance on the roof. You and me alone. I want
Oh,
to cut to the feeling.
yes. Thank you.
Surrounded by people dumb enough to believe a conspiracy and a hoax. This is awful, but sure, as long as I get paid in the end.
You now have access to the case and theoretically the mini disc when it arrives. Are you just gonna wait?
Answer my DM.
Oh, I am sorry. I thought I had it on my
Pick any of those questions to answer. I don't care which one.
there's only like one really. I guess there's 2.
Well, okay, 2 questions and a complaint.
Um Yeah, so you're just waiting for the case to be dropped off.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
they do. You can hear them coming, so I guess it's up to you if you're waiting like in the plinth, like faces up, or if you're like hiding back in the hallway.
Can I just be not in the plinth, but just on the floor, since I do technically work here?
Yes, if you can roll with emotion for convincing them that you should be there, even though you're not on the list.
As someone who in real life hangs out at work when I'm not technically needed because I like to bullshit with people, I can absolutely do that. How many
Oh.
D4s? D6s?
Oh hell, 3. Why not?
Great.
I think you are an expert bullshitter.
1, a 3, and a 4.
Okay. You do it well. Because that's 2 successes. You're on the floor for what purpose? I don't know.
A, to not be in the plinth. And B, to make sure that whenever, say DJ Julian sneezes at an inopportune time, like to smooth over any bumps on the outside.
Excellent.
Just eyes on the floor.
Yeah. There's no one on the floor except for you, the security team, and then the 4 staff who are
You know, whenever someone scuffs their feet, you go, "Oh God, sorry, my stomach." A big burrito lunch. Explain away suspicions.
Yeah. And there's at least one of the security team who is like, this is the most ridiculous job ever. Like, yeah, let's just sit and bullshit. They drop it off. The security team stays on the floor, just kind of like fanning out as the, watching the staff leave. Aphrodite, how are you getting into the case?
So I am, as a reminder, dressed like one of the security people.
Mm-hmm.
As a reminder, because it pre-established extensive closet. I will pull out my pocket knife and use that to like try and is it visible? Like, is it like in the display case now at this point?
Yes, it is a diamond-shaped display case, and then the mini disc is just kind of suspended in the middle. Are you coming up from underneath?
Yes.
Yeah. 3d6.
Okay. What am I rolling?
I'd say swords.
Okay.
I have a bonus +1 if you need it, and you can have
I still
it.
have one more, but thank you. I will, and I'm trying to roll under.
Yeah, under.
That one's cocked. Under, I have a 2. So
yeah, equal to or under, because equal to technically counts.
I rolled a 2 and a 5 and a 6.
If you want to use one of those bonus ones,
you can get rid of a complication.
Yeah,
I will use one of my bonus ones to get rid of the complication.
I will say you swipe it out. Yeah, you swipe it out. No one notices. Between all of your teamwork.
I would have like used the knife to like create an even pressure where this mini disc was, and then just like did a quick like hand swap on the 2 of them and remove the knife.
Yeah.
Also, my knife has a laser on it. We have established that. You told me I could, so it can do that.
I mentioned that while you were gone. So you do a quick seamless switcheroo. Security doesn't notice. Y'all can wait till morning and like sneak out once the casino's like back. You can either wait till it's open.
I just leave at the end of shift. I'm like the 3 of them can sleep in a plinth. I'm getting somewhere comfy.
What I would like to do is I've got that mini disc player that I ordered, the mobile one. I'd like to go ahead and move the songs onto my laptop, just so
absolutely
I have them no matter what.
Yeah, I definitely will let Julian do that. I make sure to watch that mini disc like a hawk, though.
Yeah.
because I need that back.
I mean, I'll give it back because I don't care once I
That's
have the
fair.
songs.
Quick,
Yeah.
like 1 sentence epilogue, so we can do a very quick sign off.
Hey, go on,
Congratulations
Leo.
on heisting, by the way. I didn't think there would be a successful one, but here we are.
We made it.
Yeah, no matter what happens, I'm gonna be sending those songs to the archivist. I'll be like
Yeah.
a
Oh, you
drive,
don't
like
need
a
to-
shared
yeah.
drive, something.
Yeah, she's thrilled.
Yeah.
Brandon asked for a copy of the songs, and then Say It Anything style go stand outside his ex-girlfriend's house with a boombox playing the songs and holding up the disc and going, I got them for you.
She's
What I'll do is
crying.
I'll,
So
I'll
happy.
give you a disc of mashups of the new songs with some of her favorite old songs, so that you can get.
A DJ Julian like
Just for
original.
you.
Yeah.
And Greta, 1 sentence.
I will take my casino paycheck, I will take my archivist paycheck, and I will retire. Because they're both paying me.
And then
Yeah.
I was gonna say Aphrodite's gonna take the actual mini disc and then all of the photos that she took and be like, Mom, look at all of this stuff. We have to. I know we got the disc. I'm very pleased about this, but we need to get the swords. I think that's the next job, really.
Magna just pulls you in for a hug, and next time we'll get them.
Honestly, great team. I'm surprised. Like, some of the teams that you've put together have not been that great. This one, not bad. I could do that. I could work with them again.
A win's a win.
Then I spend the night mashing together all of the unheard songs, so that's my set the next day.
Perfect. Yes. I mean, you already sold out, and now you're like legendary status. Up in her tower, like, Natalia's pissed, but also what is she gonna say? Like, because now her casino is like even bigger, right? Like, you're playing these songs that have never been heard before. Obviously, Carly Rae Jepsen, even better press for her, but she's pissed. Anyway,
That ours.
we are at the end of our time. Thank you all so much for joining us, for donating to Extra Life, for helping the Children's Miracle Network. I was your host, your GM, Eva Serrate. You can find me at the Eva Serrate on Twitter. I will call out names. Baker, where can people find
I'm
you? Who are
Baker.
you?
I'm Baker. You can mainly find me on Instagram, where I post pictures of food and gym workouts, because I am actually a gym bro. Otherwise, you can find me on Eva Serrate's channel, where I play VSiN and some other one-shots.
And Terry.
Hi, my name is Terry Bartley, and I'm a fantasy author. My debut book, Tyranny of the Fae, came out 2 weeks ago, so feel free to buy that. It is on ebook, audiobook, everything. Also, you can find me on Twitter as just @Terry Bartley. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok as Terrlet, TRRLET.
Anik.
Hey, I'm Anik. You can find me on Twitter and Blue Sky at Anikster. And we're running and or playing games on the Sword and Key channel, soon to start Humblewood, and plotting and planning a horror anthology game with the VSiN crowd.
LD.
Hi, everybody. I'm LD, or the Lady Dame, or Lady Dame. You can find me at the Lady Dame everywhere that's important, mostly on Blue Sky these days, but also on Twitch. I stream on my own Twitch channel on Sundays, Mondays, and Tuesdays, playing a lot of variety story RPGs and visual novels and that sort of thing. You can also find me this Saturday for one last time on Sword and Key over on Horizon's Call at 3 p.m. Pacific, bringing back my amazingly sexy blood hunter harpy situation for one more time. But yeah, that's where you can find me. That's what I'm up to.
Thank you for so many of you mentioning Sword and Key, which is my personal pet project. And we are done for today. This was a one shot. Thank you to all my amazing players. You're ridiculous and I love you. We'll be back at noon Pacific time on Valdrian's channel with Scary Monster and Nice Sprites, continuing to raise money for Extra Life. And it is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. And as a reminder, 100% of your donations today and every day for Extra Life go straight to the hospitals themselves. Thank you all for joining us. We appreciate you. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you around.